It's just, yeah.
Shh, fucking Link, you fucking moron. Why'd you do that?
Fucking
you fucking dumbass. You fucking bastard.
You fucking
Alright, that's on me.
bastard. But,
and we're back. We're back with Link looking at the camera and being all confused, like, oh, what's that?
He's always confused. He's perpetually just stupid.
Yeah, for real. So
when is he?
when is he not stupid?
Yeah. When is he not just like a dumb sack of bricks? Honestly.
Never. So you were telling me earlier about a fun little DnD campaign hosted by our good friend currently missing in Butt Spectrum Club action, MegaPanda 25, aka Drew.
Yes.
What's up? What's up with that motherfucker? How's he been doing?
I'm trying to get my thoughts together. So, like, it was his first time running a D&D campaign, and just for like a frame of reference, Rob, our friend, who I don't think has recorded any videos for Butt Spectrum Club before.
No, but I know that he wants to.
Yeah, I know that too. But yeah, he DMs all the time for us. We have multiple campaigns with him. I've DM'd a couple times before. I mean, I guess a couple, like a little bit more than just a couple times. So like Rob and I will just do our little thing, and it's pretty good.
Do your funky little thing.
Drew, yeah, you got it. And you know, Drew's never really taken a stab at that before. He's done it like once, like a year ago, I think, probably longer than that. And I remember that Rob had a lot of criticism just because it wasn't very well thought out.
Right.
It was an interesting concept. I think that he has really good ideas. It's just executing them in a way that's engaging for all of the players isn't something that he's really quite managed to achieve yet, I think.
Which,
so
to be fair, is really hard.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna be like a dick and like be like, oh, he sucks, he's bad at it. This is literally his second time trying it, but I am concerned. I have a lot of concerns. And if like my predictions, like what I think is gonna happen, do actually end up happening, we're gonna have to talk to him.
We're gonna have words.
Because it's not going to be fun. It's just, it won't be fun like that. But the general setup is it's an X-Men and Avengers kind of centered DM, like, session, I mean. And it's kind of just piggybacking off of the first X-Men session that I did a while back. And I kind of dropped it because I wasn't really interested in it at the moment. I might pick it up again. That's not the point.
I stop doing that.
But he was like, but Drew, he asked me if he could just like go off of that and then write his own thing, or like use that as like inspiration to write his own thing. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I guess, like, I forgot that along the way, so when he, like, gave us the preamble for this, I didn't know that it was going to be immediately after that mission that they had completed the first time, which they had to destroy a Sentinel base and potentially capture Trask, who's the guy that makes the Sentinels, and perhaps convince him to stop the program. But the main objective was just to destroy the factory. There are mutants imprisoned in that factory. We got them out, and it just did not go very well for Drew's player character at all. He had a really bad time, things were just not going his way, and after that particular session, he wrote a fanfiction about his character leaving the X-Men, and he was like, if this is what we stand for, I don't want to be part of it, which... What did we do that was so offensive?
Literally, what the fuck?
I don't understand that. But it's within his right to be upset. Like I said, his character had a really bad time, so I can see where he's coming from. I just think it's stupid.
That reminds me of
stupid.
our D&D session and how fucking stupid it was. I want to share that story once you're done.
Yeah. Fucking love Quigley. But yeah, it starts right after that. They're under like a soft lockdown, so they're not like really supposed to be going on missions. But you know, like Drew's player character Parker, who like did not have a good repertoire among like any of the characters, he's just kind of an asshole, from what I remember. Like,
which is accurate to how Drew usually plays his characters.
I just like okay. Let me say another thing. When you're playing D&D, there's got to be like a certain point when you like separate yourself from your character, and Drew just he struggles with that. He legitimately does. Every character that I think
it's understandable. Like, as much as that is a problem, it's understandable as to why that is. Because like unlike writing for an OC, where it's like the OC goes on its own adventures, you put yourself into the character, which is literally just how D&D is meant to be played. Oh shit, flying robot.
I would say that like every type of writing that you do and type of character that you're making, you're putting a little bit of yourself into that character. That just makes sense.
Yeah, but like...
You're like pulling from your own frame of reference.
Yeah, exactly. But like what I'm saying is like with that, you can still like disconnect that character from yourself eventually at some point. Where it's like
you can create enough differences where it's not like exactly you or respond the way that you would in a certain situation. That's
so
the
it's like
thing.
It's like Stan Lee doesn't see himself in Spider-Man, you know?
It's just
Shh, fucking Link, you fucking moron! Why'd you do that? You fucking dumbass! You fucking bastard! All right, that's on me.
Bastard. But the start of the session, we introduce our characters. They do a stupid little race with like their jank-ass car and cool motorcycle. We go in, and the crew that was on that last mission are all of the characters that are in this mission again. And it starts out, and it's like, man, I can't believe like we're stuck at home after that last mission. We did everything that we needed to, and then it's like, yeah. Has anyone seen Parker? I can't believe he took like the last mission so seriously. He really took that to heart. Man, he hasn't come out of his room in like 3 days, which is really unusual for him. Let's all go check on him and worry about him and have him be the focus of the campaign.
I see what he's doing.
We go knock on his door. Doesn't answer. We're like, okay, we're coming in. Kick the door down. His room is just in tatters.
That's the realistic response of getting no response when knocking on someone's door.
Hey, fuck you. We tried to wait. We tried to do the polite thing.
No, I was more making fun of him, but
clearly homeboy is not there, right? We go into his room, it's just like torn apart. Clearly he left in a hurry. We don't know if like he left by himself or he was kidnapped or something like that. It's not obvious that there was a sign of a struggle though. We find blueprints and we're like, man, we don't recognize these. There's no details. So there's just, it's like he's gone. We don't know why. There aren't any clues. And he's like, Drew's like, oh, has like one of the characters mentioned how there's like a tracker app on their phones for like a field trip that they went on. And we're like, oh, let's just follow the ping to like the specific area. And it's just like,
isn't that where there was or maybe I'm not getting
no, like here. That's no. Like what I'm trying to say is like he's setting it up. So instead of like having to like piece together like puzzle pieces, he is just sending us straight to where his character is.
Oh.
There's no mystery involved. It's like pinging on a phone. It's a phone tracker basically. So
not even basically, it's just what it is.
Yeah, we arrive after a little bit of a preamble and being like, oh wow, I hope Parker's okay, even though that this is a character that
even though canonically we kind of hate this fucker.
I mean, canonically, and like just personally, he wasn't that great of a character. He just did not get off on the right foot, and it wasn't going great. But we arrive at the location, and we're like, oh hey, look, there's a diner. Maybe we should go in there. And Drew straight up just tells us that we shouldn't, and that our objective is time sensitive. That's railroading. That's railroading. So he's like, don't go in there. That's not where you need to be. And we're like, okay. So we go into the alleyway, immediately see his dead body.
Oh!
Homie's dead. Homie got shot.
Homie's dead? I didn't.
Homie's dead.
Honestly, I did not expect that. I did not expect that.
The only reason I expected that is because he told us that he was gonna kill off Parker, just because he genuinely hated the character so much.
It kind of ruins it, in my opinion. Like even if you hate the character, I would still keep it as a surprise. Even if you, especially if you're the DM. Yeah. That'd be like if Rob told me that Quingley died because I for some reason didn't want to do the DnD anymore. It's like at least make it, or told you guys that rather.
But, yeah, we find his dead body, and it's like, okay, he's been shot 3 times. We don't get the opportunity to, like, investigate our surroundings and try to figure out what happened to him, or, like, who did this to him, before, like, we're immediately thrown into a battle with Drew's player character, who just immediately, like, starts swinging at us, calling us mutant creeps, being like, you killed my friend, you did this, you did that. And it's like, whoa. Hold the fucking phone. Are you seriously introducing your character like this? Again?
Alright,
you have us, like, start swinging and then are confused why we're apprehensive to trust this guy who shot at us first.
Yeah.
And
this really be a Drew moment.
after that, and like we kind of like diffuse the situation, even though he's still like accusing us of killing Parker, which no.
Which no the fuck we didn't.
You have to like legitimately pacify his character and be like, we didn't, we're not your enemy, calm the fuck down, bucko.
Chill the fuck out, buddy boy.
Like,
oh fuck.
I guess I should have prefaced like what Drew and I's character, what Rob and I's characters are like. I'm playing a silly little yeehaw fire cowboy, right? And fucking Rob is playing like a somewhat rebellious, like electro dude. So it's just like, why would you start like right off the bat being aggressive with these guys? It's not like they're unreasonable and are gonna like start swinging, but it's like, if you're a dick, why would you expect people to like be kind to you right away?
For real.
So yeah, situation diffuses, he gets back up and he's like, alright. He legitimately scans the body when we ask like, who do you think did this to him? He was like, give me a ballistics test. Yeah, these bullets are from like a Hydra weapon. Clearly it was them.
These bullets are made out of bullets.
any like agency or initiative has just been removed from the equation. We don't get to figure anything out. We don't get to like find him ourselves. Everything is just hand given to us.
No fun allowed.
This information about like who killed Parker is like gifted to us.
It wasn't
rather than allowing us to. Yes. Yeah. Yep. And it's like, it ends with it being like, I'll get you home, buddy. Like, it's supposed to be like this big, serious thing. And before we found the body, right? Like, we're joking around and being like, haha, silly, goofy and stuff. And Drew's like, oh, guys, stop joking around. It's gonna get serious. Like, I'm not sure if this is like directly what he said. Like, obviously memory is faulty. He's like, Annie, you're gonna regret telling jokes after you see what we're about to say. And I'm like, really? I'm gonna regret being like, man, New York sucks after seeing a dead body.
Maybe don't say that so it's more of a surprise, you fucking moron.
Right.
Like, I love you, but Jesus. All right, I clearly can't do that.
But there was, what else was there? Where he's using like a different like system as well. He's not using like the standard 5e. So rather than it being like your stat blocks, and you roll a d20, and that's like how you determine like what you're good at and what you're not good at. He has a list, right? And it's like, here's a d20, a d16, a d12, 10, 8, 6, and 4. Those are the only numbers you get to choose from, and you have to put them in like specific stats. You have to roll that dice, and then I think if you like get like the top number, so if you're rolling a d4 and you get a 4, you get to add an additional 4 to make it 8. And, you know, so on and so forth with like the rest of the dice. It just doesn't seem particularly intuitive and seems to take a lot of like customization of the character, because
feels like homie's trying to like basically just make a video game, but you don't get the, you know, the chance to like play it. You just get to like
a little bit.
It's like, isn't like the fun of D&D is that that you can do whatever the fuck you want, and like sure
that, and it's also supposed to be a collaborative thing.
Yeah, that too, but like, it's like, I feel like a big portion of D&D is the freedom, is the ability to just explore. Which I understand that's hard for some people to get. Like that's something I had to deal with when we played D&D together, is that was like, because there was so much freedom to do pretty much whatever we want. I didn't really know what,
it's
like,
overwhelming at first.
Yeah, but the big difference is I was new. That was the first time I ever did it, so
yeah. And you know, I don't want to say that like some people just don't have an eye for it or have the skill for it, but a lot of like what DMing is, like running a campaign, is improvising and then fudging numbers. That was the other thing that started to like get old really quickly, is like he would show us like the DC, so that's the like the amount of damage your character does to an enemy. He would show us that number, and then like every single time we would roll, he would tell us like, oh, you were just a little bit short, or, oh wow, that was way over, rather than like keeping that under the cuff. Which is like,
yeah,
I feel like DMing is like one of those things where it's like saying less is saying more, you know?
Yeah.
Where like the less you reveal, the more of an opportunity you get to like mold it to fit the situation,
like,
or to like adjust on the fly.
Isn't it more fun to just have it just happen instead of saying that it's happening? You know, where it's like, like, instead of saying like, oh, you messed that up, that was terrible, how about you fucking be like, the fucking, not using the X-Men thing as an example, but like, the orc fucking hits you with the most massive blow that you've ever fucking had in your entire fucking life. You can't, like, you could barely fucking breathe, and it's like, damn, I guess I rolled real bad.
Yeah,
like, that adds adds to the suspense and the thrill to it, because you don't know what's gonna happen.
It is very much about like how you say things, or like how you reveal it.
Yeah,
can really influence how something impacts the rest of the group. So instead of being like, if we can use like an example from like Rob's session, is he has Drew's player character go through like a canon event, for lack of a better word, where he was a raider, and one of the villages that he raided, someone survived and is making it their sole goal in life to take revenge on him. So they go to Drew's character's hometown and then burns it to the ground. And rather than being like, oh, Rockwell is on fire, it's like you teleport in, the air is still, and you can see smoke rising in the distance.
Yeah, that adds
that's very different.
Suspense.
It's very different when you, just depending on how you say something. And once again, like, I don't want to say that like Drew's bad at improv or that he can't do it. He just has a long way to go. He has a lot of learning to do.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
I pressed run. I don't know why he wasn't running.
Uh-oh.
That's a Zelda moment right there, folks.
Yeah. So there's, I mean, I'm not gonna give him
Okay,
like
so
I'm
I
not
for
gonna
sure
harp on
can't.
him too.
Wait, maybe I'm stupid. Hold on, 'cause I feel like I'm having a moment here.
Oh yeah, nothing like
No.
cold coffee, am I right?
No. All right, I do not know what I'm doing right now.
It's just like outside of like the technical stuff, which like I don't really blame him for, since it's a new system that we haven't used before, so
Right.
it's gonna be kind of jank until we get used to it. I'm just not a big fan of it personally, because it's like if you roll, you have to be like so specific. It's such a specific number in order to do it correctly, because it's like obviously if you don't roll enough, it's not gonna work. But if you roll too much, like we were trying to like jumpstart the engine of my character's car, and I got an 18,
The car fucking
and it's like
explodes.
I was gonna say, like, I guess if we were playing it like how it was supposed to be played, it would have like blown up or like fried the engine or something like that. But Drew was like, I'm gonna be nice. That was another situation where he could have just like kept that under the cup and not said anything.
Yeah.
And then like waited to reveal what happens until afterwards. There's that. Like I said, I'm not gonna
like
I'm not gonna
Drew
harp on him for
version of
that.
what I was doing in DnD, where I'd always be like, I'd be making jokes in the background, and then Rob is like, "Oh yeah,
Dude,
eventually you got to stop doing that because everything you say is going to eventually be in the story." I was like, "Fuck, that's gonna be hard."
I mean, like, making jokes and stuff, that's valuable, but there is a time and a place. So we'll get there. I have faith that you'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
God damn it!
But-
Fucking dickhead.
but there was,
Scorpion
like, my
dickhead.
other major concern, outside of, like, the mechanics and the story kind of just being railroaded and a little bit clunky, is I am afraid that his player character is gonna have, like, main character syndrome.
Oh, 100%.
Where he's like doing everything, knows everything, isn't gonna give us like the opportunity to like show skills, like our skills and what we're good at, and just like do everything for us. He also wrote like a prologue for his character, and I am worried about his relationship with Wolverine. I think he's gonna have them be friends, and I don't think he should do that.
I don't think so.
Not because not because I don't want him to have fun, and not because it's like, oh, that's like your character's a Mary Sue. It is out of character for Wolverine, and I feel like that's acceptable to say.
For 100%, 100%.
Homie, in like the prologue, homie gets his shit rocked. Wolverine, not like Daniel, which is Drew's character's name, by the way. Gets his shit rocked by Ultron, and Daniel helps him to his feet.
I was like, while that's understandable, it's like,
I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
It's a good thing, but for all the wrong reasons.
It's good for him and nobody else.
Yeah.
It's just when Rob and I were like looking at like Reddit threads last night of like things that bad DMs do. Oh, holy shit! Are you serious?
I'm a fucking moron. I'm a moron, dude.
No, I wouldn't have thought of that either. That's really funny, actually.
That is really funny, but god damn, and it's the end of the episode too, so I took all episode to just press minus on the controller to look at the map. Why didn't Fi say like, oh, you should look at the map? There's some new shit that you can look at on the map. Why didn't, like, I get why she didn't say that, but come on, man. No, I look stupid. All right.
Nah, you look stupid. It's okay.
All right, I gotta end the episode. Goodbye, everybody. God damn it.